All right, it's everyone's favorite master electrician and college professor in electrical. True or false? Does the NEC require marking of phase conductors? True or false? So this is a trick question, and I don't want you to get this wrong on your journeyman or your master electrician test. The NEC does not require phase conductors to be marked a certain color. However, neutrals have to be white or gray. The ground has to be green or bare. And then we have a high leg system, a wild leg. That's a system that's 120, 208, and 240. Phase B has to be marked orange. So this is a trick question. So I know some of you electricians are scratching your head right now because the industry has a set of colors that we follow for 120, 240, 208, 480. However, that is not mandated by the NEC. However, the NEC says that electrical equipment conductors have to be identified, but it doesn't tell you what color. So those of you that are doing electrical, I want you to understand this. This is very important. Neutrals have to be identified either white or gray. Typically, a white neutral indicates a 120 to a 208 system. If you see a gray neutral, that's a 277 or 480 system or above. So that gray is indicating 277 or higher. White is 208 and below. So the NEC Article 250, 119 says that grounding conductors have to be green or bare copper. Now remember, some equipment grounding conductors will be green with a yellow stripe, but they're still green. I'm going to go over this system on another video, but I just want to touch on it real quick. NEC 11015, a high leg system has to be marked orange, B phase. Now these systems hurt a lot of young electricians because this system has 120, 208, and 240. So B phase to ground is 208 volts. I'll show you a diagram of what it looks like, but B phase has to be marked orange. So the NEC says that phase B on a high leg has to be marked orange. Now the industry is moving away from these systems because it's confusing. A lot of electricians get hurt on this type of system because they're not used to this. So this system is 120, 240, and 208. So from phase A to neutral is 120. From phase C to neutral is 120. From phase A to B is 240. From B to C is 240. From A to C is 240. But if we go from phase B to neutral, we get 208. So that's why it's a high leg system, and B must be identified orange. Now let's look at industry standards for colors of phasing. So remember, this is industry standard, not NEC. Typically a 120, 240 volt system. This is what you have at your house, single phase. Phase A is black, phase B is red. And remember, our neutral is white because it's under 277 volts. This is the most common commercial service you're going to have in America. Three-phase Y system. Phase A, B, C is typically black, red, and blue. And our white is our neutral because we're under 277 volts. So this is our 480 system. This is different from our 208, which is black, red, blue. 480, we use brown, orange, yellow. So phase A is brown, B is orange, and C is yellow. Now remember, this is industry standard, not National Electric Code. And as always, since this is a 277 480 system, our neutral is gray. NecCodeMasters will be doing free live classes here soon on TikTok and YouTube. In the meantime, check out NecCodeMasters.com. Our team is master electricians, electrical inspectors, and electrical college professors. So we have some of the best products out there when it comes to doing exams, especially IBW aptitude tests, because they're going to give you a test before you can get in the union.